And the stream is live.
And the stream is live, and it's another Monday.
Oh.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah.
We hope you had a lovely weekend. Enjoyed the fall. Got to do maybe some fall festival. I know Nancy ate pretty good this weekend.
Sure did.
I saw the picture of that cake, and I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you
I
what.
wanted that cake so bad.
A little later on, I'll show a picture of the cake so everybody can see it. Because you know how everybody in chat talks about food? I have got something to show you. My son and daughter-in-law, my youngest son, they're foodies. And his desserts, oh my gosh, they're just...
I mean, a cake like that, y'all, oh, after a girl's heart, let me tell you.
It was a French confection.
Ooh la la. So, new
Julie!
subscriber, Little Zen. I think I recognize your name, Little Zen.
Yeah, hey, Julie.
What's her name?
Jilly.
Jilly.
So good to see you.
So nice to meet you, Jilly. Thank you for joining us. And we may take a while for some notifications to drop. And for those back on who were watching on replay, thank you. And we just ask that you make sure to remember to hit that like button and to make sure you're subscribed to Nancy. And you can leave a comment after to help us with our algorithms and get our show out there more. That would be wonderful. And we have Mona Lee or Mona Lay. I can never remember if it's Mona Lee, but Mona Lay. But otherwise, it sounds beautiful. So hello. And hello, right back at you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then, oh my goodness, a blast. From
Sandy's here. My
Sandy
goodness.
Back in black.
Hey, Sandy.
Yes. Hello, Sandy. How are you, sir? It's good to see you in chat. And hope everything's well with you over in lovely old London. London.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's only 2:00 in Heather's already. It's all the wonderful energy, the positive energy that we get from our amazing chatters. And so they say we have 7 people, so I guess we can get started.
Yes.
And
I just wanted to say I saw Jilly and Gerald's chat. Gerald and Purple Elephant Deb and Linda de Gonzalez had a show today on grief. And it was absolutely amazing. If any of you, are going through the process of grief or know someone who is, it's an invaluable show. I thought it was excellent.
And
just throw that out there.
Doesn't have to do with, losing somebody. It could be the grief of losing maybe a way of life, losing a friendship, friendships changing, having to, jobs, grief covers all sorts of different. So we all experience it. And I love that there's more conversations about grief, about grief and moving forward. And so Mona, today we're doing God. This is the goddess, the sacred feminine. So we are going to be doing messages from the goddesses that we're talking about today. But when we're ready to do that, I'll go ahead and put the banner on top of. So it's basically, I came up with the idea. It was like usually, sometimes we have a topic, planned ahead of time. But for some days, Nancy and I aren't quite sure until, a day or two before the show, what goddess comes through or what message comes through. And with me getting back into crocheting and the process of weaving colors together and with my deck and stuff, I said to Nancy, I would love to do something with goddesses that represent weaving. And especially at this time of year, when with weaving, it doesn't have to be, something that's material. It could be, weaving into thoughts, positive thoughts into our life, weaving words like into poetry. It could be weaving notes into music. So all different forms of how we can weave things in and out of our lives, people that come and go in our life. And there's Pam. So hello, Pamela. Thank you for popping in. And so I asked Nancy if she wanted to do this, and she already came up with a couple goddesses. Well, once a goddess, one was supposed to have a human existence. And Tom, I missed you, Tom.
Yes,
I hope
and
you had a good
Carmela's
weekend.
here. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Tom is here and Carmela. This is flowing, everybody. Oh, it's so good to see everybody popping in. We have 10 people already in
Great.
chat and watching, so thank you again. And I am just going to go ahead and hand it off to Nancy because she has some very interesting feminine archetypes, goddesses,
Well,
depending on how you see them.
the first one I wanted to talk about was Grandmother Spider. And I have two cards, two oracle cards that have, well, one tarot card. But Grandmother Spider says, I have clear vision and see beneath the surface. And the one that I really love is this one. I think that's beautiful. But I've got that reflection. Mm-hmm. And anyhow, this is what I wanted to read about Grandmother Spider. In the high desert of the American Southwest, Spider Woman is revered as the creator of the world and benefactor of her people. In the mesas of the Hopi, her name is Kokangwuti. For the Pueblo, she is Tishineko. She is called Thinking Woman, Old Spider Woman, and Grandmother Spider. Although she is ancient, her power of renewal is shown through her hair, dressed in the whorls of squash blossom, the symbol of fertility. She draws light and life from darkness. And this is what it's talking about, her hair in this
traditional hairstyle with bubbles.
Spider Woman creates through her thought, through her vision, through the powers of clarity and consciousness, through the powers of a universe that sings inside her. She creates the stars by spinning a web, lacing it with precious dew, and tossing it into the sky. She creates the stars to shine upon her people in the darkest night. She arranges the constellation to show her people there is meaning in creation. A single star in the sky may appear to be a small thing, but be significant in its relation to another through the patterns they make together and in the feelings the expanse of a starry night evokes. I love looking up at the stars at night. And now when I look at them, I'll think about a spider web of stars. In the darkness, in the beginning of time, Spider Woman is told she is too small and weak to help. Yet through intelligence, persistence, and belief, she travels to and returns safely from the lake of fire. She succeeds in bringing light and warmth into the world where more imposing animals try and fail. In another tale, she keeps the rising sky from leaving the world entirely by spinning web lines day and night to tie heaven and earth and preserve her creation. Spider Woman saves her people again, yet after destruction of the third world, when she opens a path through the dome of heaven and leads her people into the fourth world. The present earth, providing hope and direction through an inner light that shines even in utter darkness. And let me see here. There was something that I found regarding her in the Hopi Nation. There is an end of the world prophecy regarding her. And it says, some Hopi prophecies speak of Spider Woman returning to weave her web across the landscape as a sign that the end of the world is approaching. Now, the next one that I chose, which I think is absolutely fascinating, is Arachne. And when I was getting the information for this, I was like, girl, you should have known better. I mean, come on. And now the card that I have for Arachne is I am connected from the oracle, the feminine seeds. There is nudity. So if you're bothered by
Yes.
this, close your eyes, okay?
Mhm.
Here is Arachne. There we go. And this is what I have on her. Arachne was a mortal woman in Greek mythology, renowned for her exceptional weaving skills. And she was taught by Athena, the goddess Athena in Greek mythology. She challenged the goddess Athena to a weaving contest.
Oops.
After her tapestry was deemed flawless, Athena was enraged by Arachne's hubris and the subject matter of her work. And she transformed Arachne into a spider, for a creature that would weave for all eternity. Now, the contest was that Athena wove a tapestry depicting the glory of the gods and the punishment of mortals who defied them. Arachne wove a tapestry showing the gods' own faults and misdeeds, including their cruelty and affairs. So what happened was, well, this is kind of a cautionary tale against excessive pride or hubris, and the folly of mortals trying to surpass gods and goddesses. And what Athena was so infuriated by Arachne that, I mean, she just was blind with rage. And Arachne, wasn't expecting this kind of, response from the woman who taught her to weave. And she was devastated, and she hung herself. And Arachne, here she had hung herself, and Athena brought her back to life and cursed her to be a spider who would weave for all eternity, and all of her offspring would weave for all eternity. So now I'm looking at spiders in a different light, because according to this legend, all of the spiders came from the curse that was met out to Arachne, and the Greek word for spider is Arachne, and that's what I have. I thought that was very interesting.
Know where we get arachnophobia from?
Well, yeah,
Which,
and my son, there was this spider in his house, and so he got a piece of paper, and he was gonna put it up and get the spider on the paper and take it outside. This is my David, my middle child. And when he got up close to the spider, it swung across and caught a web that it had done up close to the ceiling, and then did it again. And David said, well, that was pretty spectacular. You can stay inside.
oh my God. Just don't bite us.
Yeah.
And Irene is right now having a spider infestation in her house.
Mm-hmm.
She says, maybe I'm cursed.
Well, I mean, it's interesting, the story and everything. And
we had a black widow a couple times in the house, and
yeah,
Shannon killed one of them.
Good.
And then I try saving the other and tossed it outside. So whenever I see them, I get my little paper cup, my plastic cup with the lid, like the little condiment, container. Whip them up, take them outside. Ooh, there you go. Come back in. So,
I don't know. I have seen some pretty big spiders outside. They get under the shutters, and they'll come out and make their webs, and then come out and get what they catch and everything. And they're pretty scary looking,
mm-hmm.
But
and Jilly says, oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, I'm done.
I'm saying, Jilly said, I love the grandmother spider card from the Witch's Wisdom Tarot.
Oh, yeah.
I think you have that one.
Yeah, I do. This one, the one that I showed, was from the Dark Goddess Tarot, and I really like that deck, so I went there with that one. But I can look and find that. While Heather's talking, I can look and find that picture that Jilly likes.
Okay, and Pam says, I tried to make peace with spiders. Yes, and Irene, I've had them for 8 years. Started with a few, and then over the years, well, they multiplied like rabbits, it seems.
And some of them are so tiny, you know.
Yes.
But now here we have what's called the brown recluse spiders,
You got to be careful of
and
those.
they are dangerous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So
Shan's brother got bit by one, and it swelled up really bad. He had to go to the hospital because that got any further, it can, yeah. They're yeah, you got to be careful of the spitters.
yeah, it's kind of like flesh destroying.
Yes.
Here it is, right here. Before, I thought it would take me longer to get it. Here you go.
Wow.
Yeah, that is the goddess of air. So, I love this.
Says, I like spiders that stay outside.
Do you have this deck, Heather?
No.
Okay. It's beautiful.
So for my goddess, I came across one that I've never heard before. I haven't seen her in any books or in passing, because I just kind of typed in, goddesses of weaving, because I figured I would get the Morai, the Norns, the traditional goddesses, that were associated. And they gave to me one called Utu. She's actually a Sumerian goddess, and she's the goddess of weaving and fertility. And I went, oh, how interesting. So she's a Sumerian. She's considered a harvest deity, a giver of abundance. She's part of the Sumerian pantheon. And Utu's, let me just kind of jump back and forth between the paragraphs here. Utu, her lineage, her roots stretch deep into the divine lineage, drawing from the earth and the waters. The threads of her family's legacy wove the tapestry of creation, artistry, and wisdom. And her parents, she was often described as the daughter of Enki, the god of water, magic, and fertility, and Ninkuru, the goddess of artisans and land. From her father, she inherited wisdom and the ability to craft, while her mother imbued her with a connection to the earth. And as the article continues, there are, myths are completely consistent, because we have different people writing them, especially modern mythologies, with stories like Athena with Arachne and Medusa being, very violent, very, to me, kind of, when I say offensive, it just means how, the women were portrayed going after each other, which to me, is very patriarchal in when it's written in that kind of context. So a lot of myths, traditionally oral, they were a lot more oral tradition, some written here and there, but with the oncoming or onslaught actually of the patriarchal religions, a lot of them, were rewritten from the perspective of monks, male scribes and things. So you kind of pick and take and see what feels right for you, or what resonates the most with you. So let me just back up a little bit here. There's been really no picture of her. There was some, I believe this is AI art. This might have been somebody's actual art. It didn't state, but just kind of like a little picture of someone's representation or idea of what Utu would look like. So Utu is the Sumerian goddess of weaving, fertility, embodied craftsmanship, agriculture, and the cycles of life. Revered as the weaver of existence, she was linked to plants, earth, and the quiet power of creation. I like that, the quiet power of creation. Her mythological role highlighted her connection to order and the restoration of balance. So in the shadowed myths of ancient Sumer, Utu stood as a figure of quiet grace and unyielding strength. Known as the goddess of weaving, she spun the threads of life itself. She was not merely a creator of cloth, but a guardian of fertility and the earth's bounties. To the Sumerians, her loom symbolized the order underlying existence, woven with precision and care. Um, so this is basically a repeat here. Myths also described her as a conscientious force, embodying diligence and harmony. She acted as protector, ending destructive cycles and myths, and as a harvest deity overseeing the abundance of crops and plants. Collaborating with Inanna, she worked in rituals involving yarn and textiles, aligning herself with powerful goddesses of Sumer. Utu was also called Utuki, Utuku, and Detag Nun in various texts. These names emphasized her connection to weaving and fertility, though her usage varied across religions. So if you want to learn a little bit more, the website to go to is Mefolia. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and type it in. So it's www.mefoliologia.com. And you can also type in, weaving goddesses, and it may pull her up. I mean, I've never seen her name before. So even reading about her, I find her very fascinating, very interesting. I like that, her energy was more of peace, of more of, instead of war, like nothing that with warlike goddesses, because you need everything to maintain balance, especially in in human history. They had to have goddesses and gods and archetypes to help reflect what is a part of someone's daily life. So that's why, like with the Morrigan, for example, something that I've learned is that back in the day it was very important for villages and to protect their families that were part of their clans, and when they moved and stuff, from when the warring tribes started coming in, so they needed someone to call upon to help them, to protect them. So all these archetypes, whether conscientious or not, or whether they actually walk the earth, they all served a very sacred purpose and importance to these people, of these different cultures. So that's what I have for her. The article goes on and on, which I'm probably going to read a little bit about later. But she was sometimes portrayed as a spider, spinning an intricate web that symbolized her connection to weaving. So, there's another beautiful piece of artwork that they created for her. So
that is beautiful.
So we got the spider. Well, you can't have weaving without the spider. I mean,
yes,
it's like, yeah.
And I think the consensus of opinion is that spiders are lovely if they're outside.
Yes. Wish these guys would stay outside.
I love when you go outside and there's this huge web and there's like dew on it and the sun's coming through it, and it's just so intricate and so beautiful. And you think, I don't tear them down when they're like that, because they've worked so hard, but they're usually not right where I would have to walk through it or anything. But
so yeah, I tell them, I don't want to see. Before it was, I don't want to see you or I'll have to kill you. But now we're to the point where, if I see you, you're going outside. And if I don't see you or you get away from me, don't bite me, Shan, or my kitty, So, but yeah, and something I wanted to share with everybody too, I shared with Nancy. Let me just find the right questions that we're doing for today, if I can find them. Okay, here we go. So for readings today, what needs to be woven into our life this harvest season? And so I don't know how Nancy wants to do it, but I'm going to be asking Utu directly. What messages does Utu have for anybody who would like a reading of what could be woven into their life this harvest season? And before we start, something that I'm very proud of that I've been working on. I had a completely frog the whole piece and restart over earlier this week, which broke my heart, but I'm glad I did and I stuck to it. But I'm creating a shawl using granny square, and it's a tutorial on YouTube. And so
Beautiful.
for me, this is one of my current projects. So it's kind of hard to see how beautiful the colors are. There
Oh,
we go.
it's gorgeous, Heather.
Very autumn colors. I have only one cake, so I'm hoping that this will be enough to give me at least something to kind of lightly drape around. And if not, if I go, hopefully maybe I can find a lot dye that's the same or, very similar, so we don't see too much of a change. But that is what I am currently working on. So let's see. If you look in the tunnel, they jump out at you. I just stay away now. So Mona, that's all you have to do is just type me in. That's all that needs to be done. So if anybody would like a reading, and thank you, Irene. Thank you. So Mona would like one. So let's see. For me, I brought my Seasons of the Witch, both my Maven and my new one, the Samhain that was gifted to me by Kristen Louise. Absolutely beautiful. This one has a gorgeous red gilding on it. I got you, Mona. And I also have my glyph, because this is like ancient Egyptian and ancient cultures, my new deck. And I have my lovely little tiles for the tarot. So alrighty, we're getting requests. So first one up is Mona Nancy. Okay. I'm going to start writing my little list.
More decks.
Okay, so we have Mona. And make sure too, if people can leave a comment once the show is over, helps with the algorithms and all that good stuff. And to be sure to like and subscribe, especially to Nancy if you haven't already. Let me see. So Jax, let me see. So we have Mona, we have Jax. Jax, how did I know you were going to be in there? Irene. Irene, how did I know you were going to be in there? And we have Jilly. It's so cool. I have a friend back home in New York, in Niagara Falls, in Buffalo. Her name is Jill, and her nickname over the years has been Jilly Bean. So I always call her Jilly Bean when I see her. So Mona is up first. Let's see. I think I'm going to stick mostly with my glyph today. So Utu. What does Utu suggest that Mona weave into her life this season? And thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Jax, for putting Nancy's
that's so
in
sweet.
the chat. Yeah, let's go with this. Irene says, I used to get called Irene Jellybean.
Oh, I know what she's doing. She's playing with her tiles. Okay, let's see here.
Beautiful. Are you ready, or do you want me to go?
You go first. And the prompt. What is exactly is the prompt?
It's what needs to be woven into our life this harvest season. Okay. So for me, these messages are coming from the goddess I brought to the party today. So Utu, the first one off from the glyph, is about rose and femininity. So this is about embracing your femininity, bringing things into your life, start weaving things that um, that's feminine to you, whatever that makes you feel feminine, whether it's buying yourself, flowers, um, writing your name in the sand, talking to yourself for hours, saying things only you understand. And people know that's lyrics from that beautiful Miley Cyrus song. It's about being able to find all these things that, that's feminine, that's usually given to us from, a male or another person in our life, and being able to share that and being able to know that we can bring that into our own lives from ourselves, gifts to ourselves. So embracing things that make you feel feminine, to help you embrace that. Your next card, Coming of Winter. It comes in lullabies deep within your mirrored flesh. Alas, it is time to lay your quivering chest upon the winter's coming. So this is a card about kind of like the leaves letting go, settling down for that long winter's nap, or like hibernation, where we go within ourselves, we go into introspection, and letting go of things that that burden us. um, yeah, welcoming the winter, welcoming the extra darkness, to be able to sleep, to dream, to meditate on new things coming to you in the spring. And your tiles are, I got the Eight of Pentacles. So this is something that needs to be worked on. This is about focus. This is about skill. This is about commitment, staying commitment to things that, and with it being Pentacles, this could be artistry, something tangible. This could be creating, working on creating a sense of security, stability, um, maybe honing a craft. So maybe this winter, picking up something new like crocheting or baking or quilting or whatever it is that helps you connect and focus and hone skills. And the overall energy, like with the winter, you're moving forward across from something. Things are changing. You are moving across waters. You're leaving the old behind, and you're heading towards something brand new. And with the swords, hopefully this is something that will give you much more clarity, give you more peace of mind. So when we find that something that brings us that joy, that makes us be able to embrace us being our feminine and our fertility, our fertile selves, which is about creativity. And we just focus on that and welcome the coming of winter. And that's what I have for you, Mona.
Okay. Okay, Mona. The first card that came up for you is the Fool. And it's about, as you go forward this season, um, acknowledge the curiosity you have as you go forward. And we're talking about weaving, and we are constantly starting on a new venture. I mean, we do the fool's journey, but every day there's a new beginning for us. And the second card talks about this journey. Your life is a sacred gift. So always remember, that as you go forward, that every day is precious and every day is sacred. And this person, I love this because well, of course, it has the beautiful animals around the hare and the badger and the owl, but she's also drumming. And I think that brings you close to nature, connect with nature. And as you weave these things into your life, it gives it more meaning. And as you are, starting this with the Fool, embrace a new idea. Start something that maybe you have never tried before or done before. Something that you can create, something that is calling to you. I think that inside we all have this need to create. It's like Heather is doing beautiful crocheting, and she's wanted to do that for a long time, but and she has in the past, but she picked it up again. And, it's important for you to weave all of these things into your life, to give it an extra meaning as you start each new day. And that's what I have for you, Mona.
Nice. Irene says that's a nice fool card. So
Isn't it beautiful?
Yep.
Love this deck.
Carmela. Very lovely. And see. So Mona says, I do hibernate. Then it's perfect time to meditate and creating. Perfect. And let's see what. And she says, for you, Nancy, grateful for every day. Love trying new creative things. Thank you, Nancy. And lots of happy hearts, smiley hearts for you. So up next we have Jax.
Okay.
And Jax, I'm wondering if I should even pull tiles because we were getting those same tiles from last night and from last week. So I think I'm going to go and balance out this glyph card with one from the Maven along with the one from the Samhain, see what we get. And then if they tell me no, you got to, I will.
Okay, you want me to, I'm ready. Do you want me to
go ahead?
Yeah. It just took me a while because I had to pull out some other decks. Jax, the first card that came out for you, and I love this because as I look at these different cards, to me they're kind of like all woven together. And what you got was the Lover's card. And what this is saying is to cherish what binds you together with people, with people that are here today, new friends, but old friends, and also friends that have passed, loved ones that have passed. That love is eternal. And it's important, to cultivate meaningful relationships, not necessarily romantic. I mean, romantic is great, but it's kind of like having somebody that holds your hand through your life, and that can be anyone. The card that came out next for you is the card of ancestors. And I love this particular card because it's like the DNA of ancestors and the beautiful roots in the trees. And I'm thinking, that this card could go very well with your ancestors. This may be a message of the DNA that is woven in you from your ancestors, and that they are reaching out to you. The next card is the card of insight. Be sure that you're open to enchantment. There's magic all around you, and you have to take the time and allow your eyes to see it, because so often we're so busy with our everyday life that we miss out on the magic that's everywhere. And the final card, I think, ties in with the Lover's card. It's listen with your heart, not just your ears. And I love that for you, to listen with your heart. That's really a message for all of us. But that's what I have for you, Jax.
And I just have to say, when you said there's magic all around you, there's magic all around you, if I do say so myself. For I have known this much longer than I've known you. So if anybody, I didn't quite hit the notes because
You did good.
So people know that's a song by Stevie Nicks. So I love hearing music and messages that come through cards and with music. So had to share, and we had Judith joining us, and Jax did say the fabric of life has many kinds of threads, and she said, heck yes, there is. I love glimmers. Thank you for reminding me. And so yes, Judith is here. Hello. Hey, so I ended up pulling tiles anyways. So the middle card, your glyph card, we are moving into what needs to be woven. Utu says what needs to be woven um, into your life right now is the sense of renewal. And here we got some, to me, they're kind of like Luna moths, butterflies. She calls them butterfly, but it's all about renewal. The shedding of the old self from the caterpillar in the pupa or the cocoon and emerging as the butterfly. So what's being woven right now into life is this renewal. I know that you mentioned some things are going to be changing starting tomorrow. So see this as a time of renewal. Things that we're weaving into our webs, into our own personal lives. So for your Mabon card, you got pumpkin spice and apple cider. And it says,
Mm.
nothing is more nostalgic than the joy of belonging in your presence. So this is about being comfortable within ourselves. You know, that we can be alone, but not being lonely, that we are, you know, this is the card that kind of resonates with, what would we rather do? Be alone with ourselves and treating ourselves well than to be with others that we know won't treat us as well, that won't, that that's not offering the true friendship or the true love. What this here is belonging, with yourself. You love yourself, you love who you are, you accept who you are. And at times that's okay just to be with that. And I pulled a couple tiles to go with it. And it says, of course, yes, you are manifesting this, continue manifesting that. And you also did get the 3 of Cups. So it's a celebration. You're coming around people who love you, who embrace you. You are part of our tribe now. You have people here in chat that love and support you, and then the ones in your inner circle in your life that are there to help you through all this. They're the ones that make you feel that you belong. Those are the ones that help say we love you for who you are and not what you're trying not to be, if that makes sense. And your sound card moving forward, and this is perfect. You got the bat card, and it's invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undenying change. So moving forward, Utu is saying, take everything that you have, this transformation and renewal that you're going through, the people that love and support you, and also take that love of yourself and start weaving all this now into your life moving forward. And that will help you get past those times that are coming, that are changing, that are going to probably be stressful and might be a bit fearful. But know that you have everything you need within yourself, and those around you that love you to help you through this. So that's what I have for you, my dear.
Okay.
Okay, up next is Irene. Let me. Oh, Hershey's here.
Yes. Hey, Hershey.
Hey, Hershey, what's going on, girlfriend? How's the weather with you? Beautiful fall weather here. It's rainy. It's chilly. There's clouds. There's mistiness in the clouds. It just feels very magical here today. So I hope you're having a magical day as well. And let's see, let me back up here really quick. Haha, love it. Heather, is that your new deck, the glyph deck? That and my Samhain deck that was gifted to me by Kristen Louise. She didn't resonate with it, so she's like, "Here, it's yours." So, so today is a Thanksgiving to our Canadian friends.
I think it was yesterday, but I'm
Oh,
not.
that was yesterday.
I'm not 100% because I'm, not there. But
well, if it was, happy belated Thanksgiving to our. Today is. Some people still follow it as Columbus Day, but today I like now is Indigenous Peoples Day. They deserve that to be celebrated, not him. So she goes, "You guys all rock. Heck yeah." And catching up, everyone's saying hello. Judith, Judith's not feeling well, and Irene. So I hope you ladies feel better.
yes.
Just went camping in the rain, sick, but loved it. Oh, girl, gotta be careful you don't get pneumonia. Take care of yourself.
They
Make
need
sure
a piece
you're.
of that cake that my son made.
Oh my
I'm going to have to
God.
show you this picture. I went up to their log cabin last
This
night
Monday.
for dinner. Let me just show you real quick because my son, I mean, he's just so good with, um, this is the cake he made.
Lord.
It's a,
I'm trying not to
it's
look.
a French cake. And the cake is this tiny little things right there. And all of the rest of this is different types of chocolate with a little bit of rum. Oh my goodness. It was like a religious experience eating this. I mean, it was just so good. Oh, yes, yes. Oh.
I'd rather take that over communion any day.
Well,
you can keep your little wafer. I'll take that.
yeah. Bring on the cake, the French cake.
Everyone's saying, "Oh my
Irene,
God,
I
that
have
looks
some
good."
beautiful cards for you. And they are all woven together. And it's interesting. I love it when, cards all make sense when you when you pull them. It's like, Ginger says you can make a story out of them. And the first card that came out for you is the Death card, Irene. And this is a card of transformation. And when I look at this particular Death card, you see the black space towards the back with the stars. I see this as a portal. And this is a card of transformation. The second card that came out is the Skull of Stars, Infinite Possibilities. You have infinite possibilities ahead of you. And I love that you go camping, because I used to love to go to camp with my parents, and I used to camp. My husband was more of a houseboat kind of guy. But, to be able to see the stars at night when you're away from all these lights in the city, I mean, it's just such an enriching experience. And with the card of transformation, I feel like there's something going on in your life that is very, very precious. And the next card that came out for you is create a sacred space. And a sacred space can be anywhere. I mean, a sacred space can be inside you, that you take it everywhere you go. Or it could just be a little space that you set on a table. And when you look at it, you feel a closeness to spirit. I love here that there are dragonflies here for transformation. And that beautiful bird overhead, I just think that this is such a powerful card. And the final card that came out for you, Irene, is the card of stillness. And it says, be calm and quiet. And when you can set yourself apart and be calm and be quiet and listen to spirit, we're talking about magic, that's when the spiritual magic happens. And I love that for you. And I feel like all of these cards are woven together, talking about in an important sacredness that is going on within you right now. And that's what I have for you, Irene.
Okay, beautiful. So Irene, wow. So what does Utu want you to start weaving, or suggest that you weave, that needs to be woven into your life at this time? And your glyph card is, here, let me turn it this way first. It's about reflection, and it's the mirror. And like Nancy was saying in her one card, this could very well be very symbolic of a portal, but this is a reflection of who you are. So coming into the season, what needs to be woven? She wants you to be able to look into that mirror and see the power that resides within you, see the strength that resides within you, and to also be open to all the reflections, the things that make us happy, the things that make us uncomfortable. Our reflection, whether we see that's positive or negative, that is woven into who we are. That's part of our DNA. That's part of our life's fabric. It's part of our life's tapestry. The things that may have been a negative in our past, in our life in the past, again, turning those experiences into threads of wisdom and weaving those experiences into our life. You came here for a human experience, and you're going to have the good with the bad and all the in between. And that is when we look into that mirror and we see that reflection, we know that this is who we are. And again, we reflect back our strengths to us, and we honor those that we feel are negative or things that had a negative impact on us in our life. So well, but actually, before I jump, because I haven't been opening the book, but I was told to jump and open this book. And the first thing that jumped out at me here is, what in your external world feels misaligned and could be resolved by shifting internally? Again, looking at the mirror, all the questions of things that are going in life right now, these need to be woven into who you are and harvesting them into you at this time of year. And something also that jumped down here at me, it says your self perception needs assessment. So again, acknowledging that, we have to accept ourselves, our foibles, our victories, and embrace all of it and know that it's a part of our life journey of learning here. Your Samhain card is ritual, and there's the ritual card. And it says here, can you feel them? Wild creatures linked by the very blood you will spill into your craft. A ritual of dedication to self and those whose gazes hold fire, but whose whispers carry you softly through the unknown. So now are only this people that support you, but again, weaving into your life right now, all those things, like I was just saying, they circle you. They're a part of your circle. They're to bring into you, and they're telling you to feel them. Have you felt them? To acknowledge them. And your two tiles right now, your underlying energy is things are coming full circle for you. You got the world card, so things of one cycle are ending. Time to welcome something new now, with the coming, of spring. I know we're going into winter, but this is something to work on and to acknowledge moving forward. Things are coming to an end. It's the end of autumn. It's coming to the end of the year. And your overall energy is that King of Pentacles. So that is the provider. You are the provider. You are the one that provides security, stability, generosity, and to make sure too that you're well grounded, you're rooted, and to make sure that you're on top of health and everything. But that's what I have for you, Irene. Thank you for letting me read for you. And we have Beth here. We also had Jackie B join us. And Jackie requested to be added to the list. And I think we're still good on time for you.
Oh, sure. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. I definitely got the human experience. I'm being evicted and winter is coming in fast. Oh, well, too, with that ritual, to do ritual, to call in, to manifest, everybody, can you feel them? All those people, that you can call upon to help you through this. And those things, those traits of ours that, support us, that, our vigilance, not just vigilance, but our vulnerability, our resiliency, our adaptability, all things that we can call upon to be able to help us. So this is, it's going to be, I'm not saying this is going to be easy whatsoever. I mean, this is some shadow stuff really going on. But you are grounded enough. That's that King of Pentacles. You are grounded enough. You know how to be able to stay grounded, be able to think things through, and be able to find ways of being able to provide. I mean, you talk about all the time when you talk about your camping and everything. and all the things that you know how to do to survive out in the wild and to go out into the wild. So to me, that's that King of Pentacles. And everything has a cycle. And again, this too, shall pass. So, but I know it doesn't help to hear that right now with what you're going through. So,
I
much love to you, girl.
I have a question for Beth. Tell us about your pup and how the vet visit went.
Bodie. Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
Bodie.
Ear infection, so got treated. He's healing and getting his x-ray on the knee at the end of the month. Okay.
And
I
Shay was with
recently
me.
took my truffle britches, my little chihuahua, to the vet for a physical and whatnot. And they, among other things, they discovered that she has a murmur in both sides of her heart. She's 14 years old. In the spring, she'll be 15. So, um, that was a disappointment. That's what happened to my Lily Grace. Her heart just gave out.
Yeah,
But we love our babies, don't we? Our fur babies.
we sure
So
do.
much. Yeah.
And I love that, Nancy. Thank you so much, Irene said, for her reading.
Okay.
Um, Lots of wonderful chatting. I go camping by myself. I go to Dark Sky Preserve where the stars literally look like diamonds
Oh my
dangling
goodness. I
in the
would.
sky
Oh
between
my
the
goodness.
trees. Sounds like Bodhi is getting good care. Yes.
That's beautiful to be able to go by yourself and
She
just
said, at this point, I
experience
just
that.
hand Bodhi my checkbook.
Yeah. I mean,
No, we know
yeah.
what vets, how they can be with the cost.
Mm-hmm.
So, alrighty, up next is Jilly, Miss. So for people new, we have somebody new in our chat. Little Zen Crone has joined
Yeah.
us, and her name is Jilly. So if people don't know who Jilly is, here she is, and she's up next.
Yeah. Jilly, I have some powerful cards for you. The first one, and I love this card because of the time that we're in right now, where the veil is thinning. And this card is titled The Veil, and it says the future. And we don't excuse me, we don't know the future, but there's a certain trust with that. There's a certain uh feeling that we have that, as we go forward, things have to be all right. I mean, it doesn't appear like things are all right a lot of the time. But I think that when we go inward and we really think about our life, because the next card that came up for you, Jilly, is the Hermit. And this card says, take time for introspection and self-discovery. And I feel like these two cards go together. The colors are similar to me. And it's like we can't always see what's ahead of us, but that's all right, because listen with your heart and not just your ears. When you set yourself apart as a hermit and you go into like hermit mode, which I think is so important for all of us, something magical happens. And I love the final card that I got for you, Jilly, because I think it ties together with the veil in the future. It's the card of enlightenment, and it says, let goddess light fill you. And just that light that radiates through your total being, and inspires you to go forward and accomplish what you need to accomplish, and see what you need to see, and embrace what's important, and just let the rest of it fall away. And that's what I have for you, Jilly.
And Julie says, I have goosebumps, Nancy.
Aw.
We like to hear that. That means it's resonating. Yeah. So, Jilly, I went and had to go and grab a different tarot deck. They're like, nope. I was directed towards my Crow Tarot, which is the deck I only use to when I communicate with the Morrigan. So this may also resonate with you with the Morrigan or with crows or ravens. So I was directed to use that deck as well. And so for your glyph card, I got what Utu feels that needs to be woven into your life in this harvest is a sense of your own personal power. You got the Lion card, which is also we have goddesses in Egypt, Sekhmet, Selkat also are Egyptian goddesses that are associated with cats. Now these are like the more, not like the domesticated cat like Bast is or Bastat. But Sekhmet and Selkat are more of the, the more force, they're more fierce. So right now it's telling you to start weaving in, tap into that power that you have, that lion energy. I don't know if you may be a Leo as well, but tap into that fierce, protective mama cat. I don't want to say mama bear, but that lioness. Tap into that lioness. So that automatically first card, start bringing that, weaving that more into your life this time of year. So your Samhain card is greet the darkness. Says here where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, grieves the hidden, the pieces that make you whole, but cut deep with all their sharp edges. And we have the lioness. They have sharp claws. So this is about being able to start weaving in that personal power, that fierce energy that you have, and start working towards and accepting and integrating all those things that, like the card says, makes us whole, but also kind of cuts us deep. A lot of times our life lessons and things that we've had to go through, and even because could very well acknowledge health as well, they remind us on a daily basis about our limitations that some of us have, because of our physical beings, or our anything on a physical level, mental level, social level, emotional. But it still makes us whole, but sometimes it still kind of cuts us. It feels like fragments and pieces. But with those fragments and those pieces, start weaving those into who you are, into your tapestry, because that will bring you power, that will connect you to that fierceness, that lioness energy. And for your Crow Tarot cards, the underlying energy is burdens. You have been through a lot of burdens. You got a lot of heavy burdens right now that you feel are weighing on you. This crow's trying to lift it, trying to fly with it, and it's hard. It's a heavy task. So this is all connecting to your other two cards here. Again, the power card, the lioness, tapping into that to help you with that and to assist you with this this burden. I got the temperance card. So this is all about being able to stay grounded, being able to be emotionally grounded, physically grounded. And with the crow, balancing those cups back and forth with our emotions, making sure that we take things slowly, in moderation, having patience with ourselves, and finding that stasis at the moment. But knowing that you can get through all of this by tapping into that power, that fierceness that you have. So that was your reading, my dear. It was so nice to read for you. I love reading for new people. I hope that resonated. So let me get my cards back over here, and let's see. I call my sister Medusa. I looked up and I started calling my sister Medusa. I'm like, okay.
I bet she loves that.
So I was trying to discern what goddess I should with for Samhain season, and I swear yesterday, And you're a Sag, so am I. Interesting. So, oh, there you go. That's why I knew I was going to be like, no, that's my deck for, I'm like, nope, use that deck. I'm like, okay, so this is the deck I use for communicating. I mean, there's other decks probably too that you can use, but for me, that Crow Tarot was a gift from Carolina. And I absolutely only use that deck for communicating with the Morgan. So she told me to use it for you. So there you go. I love that though. That's awesome. Let's see, Heather, this really resonates. Okay, you're welcome. Let's see. John and I call her the bitch whisperer. Are you serious, Jilly? Mine's the 6th. My great grandmother's the 4th. My sister is the 5th. I came 15 years later on the 6th, and you're the 7th. Very cool. And my grandniece is the 10th, and my great nephew, her boy, is the 11th. So a lot of Saggies. So love the Saggies. Alrighty. So okay.
Irene, that is so funny. Oh my goodness.
What did Irene? Her marrying name is Karen Joy. I have her in my contacts.
Okay.
You naughty girl. Yes. Oh my God, it's crazy. And Beth says her ascendant is Sag. My ascendant is Aries, so lots of fire. So we have Jackie B as our last read. At least the last one I saw that was requested. Let's see. She was what I call pretty girl problems. I don't know. I did my shadow work. She may have a degree in psychology, but whatever. Like me, she can take a hike. There you go. But I do, recommend DBT if anybody, can have a local, health organization or even a school or something that offers free like DBT, which is dialectal behavioral, treatment. But it really does help with personal relationships. It helped with mine, especially with, interpersonal relationships, and stuff. So it does help. So DBT, yep, can be very good workbook. Yep. So, all right. Were you all set, Nancy?
I am. Jackie B, the first card that came out for you is the Moon. And it says, trust your intuition. Trust your inner intuition and explore your subconscious. And I love that. Isn't that a beautiful card? Just look how you are embracing your intuition and how you're trusting that you're on the right path. It's a beautiful path. Look at that. I love that for you. The second card, I think goes with this Moon card. The Moon card is usually, like your subconscious, to delve like into your inner world. And I want you to look at this card that came out. It's the Owl, wise seeing, wise action. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. And look at it along with this card. I just think they're beautiful together. Look at those moons. And of course, there's something about an owl that is just, I don't know, maybe the owl is your spirit animal. I don't know, Jackie B. The next card has a sliver of a moon, and it says, be kind to yourself. Always remember that, Jackie B. Because, bottom line, it's us. I mean, we have people around us, but we go through this life, we come into it alone and we leave alone. And so, cherish yourself and be kind to yourself. And, that's very, very important. I hope that you have not been hard on yourself in the past. If you have, stop it. You know, I mean, because you are just so important. And the thing that I think is really interesting about the cards that came out for you, Jackie B, is the final card is the card of moon lore. It's a card of ebb and flow. You know how the moon has regarding the ebb and flow of the ocean, how it comes in and out. The moon has a lot to do with that. And you got 3 moon cards.
Wow.
And I think that this inner introspection for you is very, very important right now. Spirit is telling you that it has woven this story for you. And be kind to yourself as you're doing this work. And that's what I have for you, Jackie B.
Wow, with all those moons, maybe start paying attention to the moon cycles and working with the moon energy. Wow. Yeah, that's a message. So Jackie B, your glyph card. So what needs to be woven into your life this harvest season? What Utu is suggesting that be woven in is, again, connecting with your life force. And let me take her comment down here for a second. So you got the Ankh, and the Ankh is about life force. So focusing on working with breath, working with breathing techniques, maybe working with box breathing to help when we get overstimulated or anxious, and also that beautiful like spiritual hint. I know there's all different kinds like Kundalini breathing, but this is all about acknowledging and feeling your life force within your body, your breath, and start bringing that type of work um, into yourself this season. Now, I went to the book because I knew there was something in here that I was supposed to find and read. And so it says here, steer clear of what your body, your intuition tells you to avoid. So by connecting to your life force, and you get to listen and feel what energy is right for you and what energy is off, that way you'll be able to tell when your intuition is starting to talk to you. You'll feel those subtle nuances. And it also says here, explore higher dimensions of awareness and transcendental wisdom beyond conventional perceptions of reality. And that fits perfectly with your next card, which is All Hallows Eve. And All Hallows Eve, from now till then, and even into November, the time of year when the veils are the thinnest. So connecting with this life force, this could also mean connecting to your higher self, your higher power, connecting with your ancestors. And it says here on the card, call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. Cast an unforgiven howl as you stomp your might through the ground. So this time of year to start weaving in that life force energy, start working with developing your intuition, your psychic abilities, start, moving through the veils, reaching out to your guides, your ancestors, and your tiles is going to be, now this is not a rush. I got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight is the slowest moving of the Knights. Those Knights take their time to sit back and look at what is ahead of them. They're able to gauge, and it's all about baby steps, moving slowly, because as we're starting to incorporate that life force and that breathing and connecting to what we feel is our intuition, and the differences between what's somebody else's energy and what's ours, and we be able to start opening up. That takes time, so there's no rush. So this is about taking time, stepping back, baby steps. And the underlying energy is, I love this, the Nine of Pentacles. And that's you in your garden. This is the independence. This is the sense of security. It's another Pentacles as well. So this is about, having your independence. This is about hard working. You have earned your just rewards. And again, you got a falcon, another bird, and birds are messengers. So paying attention to, birds in your area. If, certain ones are squawking louder than usual, or certain ones are coming around you more, see what those birds are representing, like the owl Nancy was getting with your moon cards. Any birds that call to you can be letting you know messages are coming to you from spirit. And that's what I have for you, Jackie.
Mm.
Let me get these all back. And let's see. So for you, wow, 3 moons definitely resonates things, Nancy. I started looking at the moon calendar daily too. Wonderful. Yes, I've been practicing and doing breathing techniques daily since July. Okay. It's all about that life force, the ki, chi, all different, ways of, Reiki as well. I don't know if you looked into studying Reiki energy work. My clairaudience has been improving, along with my clair empathy and claircognizance getting stronger. Ravens and owls I see and hear too. Well, there you go.
Wow.
And that Knight of Pentacles might be you feeling like I wish I could move a little bit, but it's that step by step. It's going slow, taking in everything as you learn, staying grounded, staying secure, paying attention to how your body's feeling as you're doing all this work and taking your time. I love that. Let's see. I lit up some Palo Santo for us. Oh, I have to get some more. I haven't gotten any since I left. And 3 moon cards. How interesting. I love that. I know, Pamela. So that's strong moon energy right there. So.
Really, this time of the year, we need to really sage our homes,
Mm-hmm. Get ready for hunkering down and cleansing and getting out the old and being able to welcome the new. And now we're talking about dinners.
Mr. Bye, Jilly. Enjoy your
Jilly.
Dinner with Mr. Honey.
Oh, and you're welcome. It was so nice to read for you, my dear. So that brings us to the end of our readings and the show. Nancy, got anything coming up with Sounds Like a Jean or
not until
Ginger?
November with Jean. I will tell you though, my son's Halloween party is Saturday, and Ginger Faye is coming in Friday afternoon. She is going to cut my hair, so I will have a new look.
Ooh,
it may be very short, or it may not. I don't know. It's whatever she decides on. So I could possibly have a mohawk. Yeah. So anyway, but we're gonna try and do a live. I don't know when it'll be. We may do one Friday night from the reading room, just kind of getting things situated for the readings that we're going to do on Saturday. But we're going to have a sign-up sheet. Last year we did it, and it was a little confusing. But everybody, a lot of the people that are at the party don't really know very much about the cards. And so they're very, very interested. So,
sounds like a
looking forward to it. Yeah. Yeah.
So be sure to subscribe both to Ginger and Nancy. I mean, the last time those two got together, that first time it was a hoot. So these two have a lot of fun when they get together. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this new do is going to be.
Yeah, me too.
And with it being Monday, I might start doing some more individual pop-ups this week. I do have the Page of Swords with Jackie. We're starting the swords. That was the fan favorite last week. So we'll be doing that on Wednesday. And I don't know about Friday. I may take Friday off, or might do something in the afternoon on Fridays moving forward. But next Monday, we will be joined by Gerald from Tarot Stash. And this is going to be a very open, frank discussion about the female genitalia of the vagina, the vulva, the yoni. We're looking at the symbolism, the taboo surrounding, and the powerful symbolism in goddess culture of,
Mm-hmm.
the feminine, um, uh, the feminine vulva.
Yeah.
So if people don't like talk about that or artwork, then that may not be the show for you. But we will be having very open and frank conversations. So, but if you're into that, hopefully we will see you next Monday for
Yeah.
Gerald
Oh,
joining
and
us.
probably on Sunday I'll be live with Scott. I
Oh, and
wasn't
Scott.
last Sunday yesterday because I was up at my son's cabin. So
Yeah,
with
you
that
know that
cake.
delicious chocolate cake,
Yes. Yes.
decadent cake. Um, our rooms are portals, make some menfolk jelly.
You need to tell Gerald that.
And she goes, thanks for the warning. And for me, I know some people are going to be like, "You're got a gay man coming out and talk about feminine, genitalia. Why not?
Yeah.
No rules. This is going to be a very interesting
Yeah, it
conversation. I
sure
am
is.
sure.
It sure is. And Gerald is,
Yeah, he
wonderful.
brings his
So,
A game, so we got to be up on ours, Nancy. So,
hmm
but yeah, I have something I'll be bringing to the table. I'll have to kind of test the waters backstage with y'all to see what y'all think. But yeah, this will be a very interesting show. And then the following Monday on the 27th, we have a new individual to our community. Her name is Sabrina. She is what was her channel? I got her email here.
Yeah.
It's Tree of Life. Um, yeah, Tree of Life LLC, but no,
hmm
well, you will be meeting Sabrina. She is an absolute hoot. I love her, and she's going to be joining Nancy and I on the 27th. So be sure to come by, say hi, welcome her to our community. She just started, only has a few videos out. So Nancy and I are excited to have her
And I
join.
was just going to say, everybody in the chat, if you all are interested in coming on with us and discussing the
Mm-hmm.
feminine, just, send Heather an email, and we will hook you up.
Beth, Jax,
Yeah.
Pamela, calling y'all out.
Yeah.
Eileen.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we would love to have you. And there doesn't have to be readings involved. It was just a conversation. If you don't do cards, that's fine
Yeah.
too. We love having that. Um, yeah, no thanks for yeah, totally get you. So, alrighty, everybody, have a great rest of your night. I'm going to have a snack before dinner. And we hope you all have a great week ahead, and we'll see you next time. Thank you again. Bye bye.
Bye bye, everybody. Mwah.